Welcome to Talkingbowls Radio, sponsored by Thurston. This is your host Mel Evans, and with me as usual is Mr Talkingbowls, our producer Paul Hickman, and assisting me as always is Lynn Pritchard. Joining us here in the studio tonight will be Nick Newey, the record secretary for the Summit League, and also Mick Brown from Dudley Dell. Later in the programme we're hoping to have the Midland Masters champion Steve Pratt with us. Apparently he's about junction 17 on the M6 at the moment. Later in the programme Gary Ellis should be joining us, and we'll also be reviewing the Goodies Premier League. To start the programme, I'm moving over to Lynn, who's got with her Nick Newey, the Summit League record secretary. Over to you, Lynn.
Thank you, Mel. Good evening, Nick.
Good evening, Lynn.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. It doesn't seem 5 minutes since we sat here looking ahead to the 2009 season, does it?
No, not at all.
How times flow. The season's over, and can you sort of just run through us sort of who's made the headlines this year, Nick?
Yeah, well, pretty much similar to last year in the Premier Division, with Chadsmore winning again. Very well performed. Tied at the top on points in the end with Norley Libs and King George V on 24 points, but Chadsmore's superior aggregate saw them home with a plus of 234. Unlucky teams down the bottom end of the table were Moseley and good selves Woodfield, who are now looking forward to a season in Division 1 for next season. And coming up from the First Division into the Premier, Dudley Dell, who finished on 27 points with a plus of 502. And Boldmere St Michael's are joining them as well in the Premier Division next season. The unlucky teams in Division 1 going down, Sutton Park and Langley, who will be moving into Division 2. And the teams coming up from Division 2, West Brom Labour, who finished on 26 points, and Baddesley Colliery, who finished on 22 points. So that's how the league's finished. There was some good performances in the league averages, with our good friend, everybody's friend, a friend of the show, Ant Bracken, winning the league average again, with a very good performance, a plus of 138. Terrific performance from Ant, 2 years running to win that. Neil Clark from Moseley came second. Scott Simpson also did well. Mick Ledwidge and Craig Barker have been the top 5. And in the Division 1 average, Mick Brown from the Dell, who's sitting next to me, won the Division 1 average with a plus of 108. Which no jokes about that being close to his age. He was followed closely by Greg Smith, Simon Homer, Ivan Smout and Kevin Yates from Drakestrom. And in the Third Division, we spoke about Jason Cook earlier on in the season. Had a terrific season, won 16, played 17, won 16, which was an excellent performance. He ended up with a plus of 106, followed by Richard Grant from Moor Lane. Ben Harris, Willie Beale and Andrew Saunders being the next ones to make up the top 5. Interesting to see that young players like Greg Smith and Ben Harris doing so well in the averages, which I think is good news for bowls and good news for our league as well, really.
Yeah, good for the future, isn't it?
Good for the future, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.